And as y'all read the title, we're going to call those numbers that you should not call. Okay. So I have my desktop background back here. I'm not gonna have it full on here, just so I don't get copyrighted. Yeah. So I can see me at the same time. Okay. Anyways, yeah, and the other half y'all are just gonna see my desktop. Anyways, actually, never mind. I have to see my camera. Okay. So we see this number right here. We are gonna call it. So here's my phone. Okay. I'm gonna set it on speaker. Oh, when someone was calling me, let's try that again. Because I actually called this number before, and what happened was, it got picked up, and it was like, say your name, and you'll be transferred to Google Voice or something like that. I don't know why now. Try again. Okay. Why- Each time I call it, it does something different. Let's try that again. 390 03. Yeah? No. Okay, now this time it just repeats me. Okay, I got pretty bored with that real
I
quick.
called.
I don't know
These are some phone numbers you should never call. So this number right here is a Red Room number designed to trace the caller's locations.
Oh, I think it was this one that picked up. Yeah, I think it was that one. My bad, it was tweaking. Mhm.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Game. Well, they shouldn't have done that. But it's Google Voice anyways. So we're just gonna keep it like this. Y'all can't hear me. I have my microphone up right here. Alright. Is it gonna work?
Google subscriber, your call is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Subscribe. Oh. Anyways, that's
So for privacy purposes, steer clear. Claim to be based on a real event. And similarly, a delay. If you call this number will effectively mirror every word you say, repeating it back to you exactly as you said it on a delay. If you call this number, you'll be met with a female voice stating,
Okay, is that true? 20202020. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
help me, Susie's drowning, which many people claim to be based on a real event. And similarly, this number has you hear.
Okay, let's try this one. This one actually looks real. 1-216-333-180.
Your call cannot.
Okay, let's try without the 1. 216-333-180.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Okay. Because it won't
A
work.
girl calling out for her mom as she's about to die at the club. This number will reportedly greet you with a voice that will start to tell you a lot of personal information.
This information about the FM. Probably shouldn't take that out of context, but okay.
We did not complete your call. Please try again.
That's not the usual tone that I get whenever a call is not complete. If that means to do that.
Information about yourself, and this number will ask you to tell 15 or more people to call this number, otherwise resulting in immediate death.
Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's start with one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it doesn't work.
While this number is bad to call, having this number ultimately results in death, as the previous owners died from awful deaths like radioactive poison and gunshot wounds, and this number is comprised of all 6 and is apparently a bad omen to call because of its association to the devil. And finally, never call this number because you'll be connected with an infamous clown.
Oh, Wrinkles. Okay. I know Wrinkles. Let's call Wrinkles up real quick. Wrinkles.
Oh, I knew Wrinkles the clown. Why not get a call?
Wrinkles. Call me back when you can. Guys, I think we just got cursed. Yeah, they did that. They did that with a custom voice message. I can do that too. I have just some creepy, weird sound saved as my voice message. So yeah. What next?
Called Wrinkles, who resides in Naples, Florida. Pretty cool, right?
I called phone numbers you should never call. Starting with this one, which plays a bunch of distorted screams and static and keeps on telling you that these are. I called phone numbers you should never call. Starting with this one, which.
Okay. 71 3 4 7 1 9 3 6. I think it is true. I think just someone else.
Which plays a bunch of distorted screams and static and keeps on telling you that you're gonna die, which is creepy but not as bad as this number that says it's a dark web delivery service and says when you enter in your credit card details it'll start shipping in random packages to your house that are creepy. But after entering my own credit card details I never got anything, so they probably just steal your information. But I called the next number, which service, and says when you enter in your credit that says it's a dark web delivery service and says when you're gonna die, which is creepy but not as bad as this number.
Okay. It doesn't even look like a full number, but okay.
That says it's a dark web.
Ah, didn't even get to see it.
Not as bad as this number.
Okay, 9 2 3 3. Let's go. Oh, I just accidentally hang up. Okay, let's try again. Okay, it doesn't work.
That says it's a dark web delivery service and says when you details packages to your house that are creepy. But after entering my own credit card details, I never got anything, so they probably just steal your information. But I called the next number, which
Looks like something that could work. Do y'all think? By the way, if you let's type something in the chat, let me check the chat real quick, just to make sure y'all didn't type anything. If y'all did, then I'm sorry for not responding. You should have. Okay, great. Absolutely no one watched it. Okay.
We did not complete your call. Please try.
Okay.
which basically as soon as you call it, it tries and triangulates your IP address and where you live and recites it back to you, which is super scary. So finally I called this number, and this actually connects you to a real person who says they can deliver where you live and recites it back to you, which is super scary. So finally I called this number.
Okay. That looks also like a phone number. 357 46. It doesn't even try calling it. Look at it. It just instantly fails.
Please try again later.
Earlier it was just call failed. Now it's not working.
US01LV.
Okay.
And this actually connects you to a real person who says they can deliver someone to your house to assist you with any special jobs or work. I
Failed. Okay, just
gave them my credit card info to see if it would actually work, and I'm not kidding, 2 hours later, this girl showed up to my house. I test more right. I called.
These are some phone numbers you should never call. Once again, I'm not telling you to do anything. If you decide to do this, that is completely and entirely on you. This is for educational purposes only. The phone number that you see on the screen in itself is already believed to be a dangerous number because religions associate this number with the devil himself. So even if you call this number and nobody picks up, it is said that you're gonna start having immediate bad luck. Every once in a while, someone will pick up and give you a task. Apparently. Personally, I don't believe any of this shit. Bad luck only exists if you believe in it. This next phone number.
Okay. 207. 140. Why do I keep accidentally hitting you up as soon as I call it? It's a real number?
Your call cannot.
It says from Banger ME.
Number that you see on the screen, if you were to call it, nobody will pick up. However, over the course of 3 weeks, it is said that you're gonna get 3 anonymous phone calls from no caller IDs, where if you don't pick up these 3 phone calls, they're just gonna keep calling you. This phone number that you see, if you call this phone number and somebody picks up, you're just gonna hear your own voice. Anything that you say will be repeated directly back to you. So it's basically just gonna be a mirror that talks back to you without seeing your face.
I called phone numbers you should never call. Starting off with this number, which apparently steals your personal information upon calling, and I was met with a woman thanking me for I called phone numbers you should never call. Starting off with this number, which apparently steals your.
Oh my gosh, I cannot touch. Okay. It's actually calling. It's still something. You can see my camera thing. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Your number has been logged and true. The service provider will be with you shortly for remodeling. We at Food Industries say you have a marvelous day.
It's like, I don't know. Took like 10 hours to call them. Also, what is this creepy thing? Look, when I point this at my camera, look what happens. Wait. Watch this little thing right here, like white. It like starts like yes, see, it's once in a while it starts it like take a picture of something. Look. Wait. Look, see that? It just randomly took a picture. Look. Here we go. Again. And I think one of these is for whenever you cover it and the screen turns black, but like, why did it take pictures? You don't like that. Stop taking pictures anymore.
With this number, which apparently steals your personal information upon calling, and I was met with a woman thanking me for logging my number with them and that they'd soon contact me. Okay. The next number I called was this one, which just had me connect with a man who would repeat my name over and over again, which I thought was really weird, and so I hung up. And instead I called this number, which was supposed to connect me to an abandoned asylum line, but instead just blasted my ears with a super loud noise. The next number I called was this one, which just had me connect. Okay. The next number I called was this one.
Yeah, let's call that.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. 056.
Which just had me connect with a man.
Wait, did I miss? It said 056, but I typed 026, and even in my latest calls, it shows up as 826. If y'all look at that, it says 826 on there. I like the fact that my camera on my computer isn't reversed, so that if I show y'all text, it doesn't reverse it. But as you can see, that's a 2, so yeah.
And who would repeat my name over and over again, which I thought was really weird, and so I hung up. And instead I called this number, which was supposed to connect me to an abandoned asylum line, but instead just blasted my ears with a super loud noise. The next number I tried was a doppelganger number.
Doppelganger, okay. It's gonna be one of those mirrors. Oh, I know what this is. Hat saved. It just repeats you. See, it just repeats you. So, here.
Which apparently connects you with your own doppelganger, and it literally copied what I said back to me verbatim, which I thought was wild, and so instead I tried the next number, which had an Annabelle doll on the other line that told me she was coming after me. Weird. I thought it was wild, and so instead I tried the next
Wait, Annabelle doll. Why do they all start with 8s? All the real ones.
We could not complete your call.
Oh, of course, great.
number, which had an Annabelle doll on the other line that told me she was coming after me. Weird. I was excited to call this next number because it's linked to Wrinkles the Clown, who's known to hunt misbehaving children, and in clown fashion, he picked it up and told me he was headed towards my direction. But finally, the craziest number of them all by far was this number, which, let's just say, I definitely don't recommend calling. Stay safe out there.
Calling 666 at 3 a.m.
I'm watching you.
Calling 666 at 3 a.m.
I'm watching you.
Calling 666 at 3 a.m.
I'm watching you.
Wow, I haven't stubbed my toe.
I hate it here.
Wow,
Wait.
Wow, I haven't.
Sidetracked. Okay. It gave me my own live stream. Wow. Okay. That's lovely. Wait, what if I search this up in an incognito though? Is it still gonna do it, or is it just trying to troll me? Depends. Crazy. Well, that's gonna link it back. Okay, let's go to oh, I'm gonna keep this saved to myself. What just happened? Oh my god, I hate that. Let's get rid of those weird ads over there. Here, incognito tab. Okay, YouTube.com. Bam. Bam. Yeah, it did troll me. It's not even on there. What a shame. Okay.
Here are 8 phone numbers you shouldn't call unless you're brave enough to do so. Most of these are pretty chilling, and I wouldn't suggest you dial some of these numbers if you're superstitious. That said, let's begin.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
12163.
Okay, let's go to this one. Let's
12163331810. This number wasn't known until some.
We're sorry. The number you are trying to reach is no longer in service.
Okay, they did something to it. Yep.
Someone found a USB in a bathroom at a Nine Inch Nails concert which contained an MP3 file named 2432. When played, the sound of chirping crickets can be heard. This was strange at first, but it was even more strange when the audio was ran through a spectrograph which revealed a mysterious number. This number turned out to be a phone number, and when dialing these digits, a recorded conversation between a mother and her daughter can be heard. However, this conversation isn't just a conversation. Instead, it's a chilling wiretapped conversation involving a daughter who speaks with her mother about a terrifying situation she's currently in. Here's some of the audio that can be heard when calling this number.
Hello? Robin! Robin, you're there! Oh my god, I'm at the club! You gotta get me out of here! I'm gonna die! Oh my god, we're gonna die! I killed Joyce, I locked myself in the stock room, and now I can't get out and everybody's got it! What's going on?
Now, many people claim that this was used to promote Nine Inch Nails' album at the time since this was found at their concert, implying that the recording is fake. Yet many still believe that this is a genuine wiretapped conversation between a mother and her daughter. Whether it's fake or not, this is still scary to hear. Zero 09044444444. Now, if you don't live in Japan, then you won't be able to call this number. However, you can if you use Japan's country code, which is the number 81. People have claimed this phone number to be really haunted as it belongs to a haunted being known as Sadaku. Those who've called this number claim to have heard blood-curdling sound, which is the number 80, call this 44.
Okay, that's dumb.
4.
That's not.
Now, if you don't live in Japan, then you won't be able to. It wouldn't stop the curse that Sadaku has casted on you when dialing this number. It is said that just dialing these digits can curse you, and legend has it that those who've been cursed died within a week of calling. Yet some say that this number was made to promote the Ring movies in Japan, which has a character named Sadaku. This may be a possible reason for the existence of this number. Six 630-296-7536. This number belongs to an organization
This cemetery, your number has been logged and traced. The service representative will be with you shortly for remodeling. We at Booth World Industries say, you have a marvelous day.
Did you take the same thing as earlier?
called Booth World, which, in the company's words, specializes in remodeling people's lives. People who've called this number claim to have heard different things. In one instance, someone who dialed this number heard a recording of a woman telling the caller that his phone number has been logged and traced and will be speaking with a representative shortly to schedule a remodeling appointment. Nothing happened afterwards, so he hung up. Later in the day, the same caller received a phone call from a private number. He decided to let this call go to his voicemail since he doesn't answer to unknown callers. He then checks the voicemail that was left, and what he heard was quite eerie. The voicemail was a recording of a woman with a very chilling voice, telling him that his information has been recorded and that Booth World would like him to call back this number so that he could schedule his remodeling appointment with a representative. In another case, someone who dialed this number made a remodeling appointment for his girlfriend.
He later received a phone call from Boothworld, but instead of hearing what the previous caller heard, he heard what sounded like his girlfriend screaming in pain. The scream stopped after a few seconds, and he was then greeted by a man who told him the remodeling had been carried out. Of course, this story sounds fake, but the number does exist. It's unclear what Boothworld means by remodeling, but it could be another word for torture or death. Zero 888-888-888. It is said this phone number is cursed since the people who've owned it have died. The first person who had this number died of cancer at age 48, the second was gunned down, and the third and fourth person were also shot. As of now, this phone number is no longer used or given out by phone companies, but you can still dial this number and hear a recorded message saying that the phone number is outside of network coverage. This is the least creepiest phone number to dial, but if you're superstitious and you're afraid of getting cursed, then it's best if you don't call this number. $1000's phone number. This one is said to curse you. However, it only does so if you don't do what the voice on the line tells you to do, which is to make 15 or more people dial this number. You will die. Obviously, calling this number is impossible since it has too many digits. However, stories about this have circulated in some Asian countries stating that this number does exist because some people received a missed call from this number. Of course, you can always dial the number yourself to see if it works. Now, another phone number just like this one, but without the one at the beginning. And it's believed that this number is used by the dead to call their loved ones who are still living. A lady once received a call from this number after attending her cousin's burial and stated that she only heard static. But after doing research, she found out that this number was used by those who've departed and concluded that it must have been her dead cousin who called. (1-207-404-2604). To promote the horror movie Carrie, a phone number was displayed at the end of a trailer for this film. It displayed the words "Call Carrie" above the phone number, which tempted viewers to do so. Although most adults who called this number weren't spooked by what they heard on the phone, it definitely frightened most kids. After calling this number, you would receive 3 calls back from a different number. The first call has the main character of the film Carrie screaming. The second call is
Call cannot be completed as dialed. Please.
Wow, I wish they actually worked.
is creepy singing, and the third and final call is eerie whispering. Needless to say, all 3 calls are creepy, and there is no doubt that it hyped up the film.
I'm
999-999999. After missing a call from this number, a woman asked in a blog if anyone knew anything about it. She then finds out that others have also received calls from this mysterious number. Upon hearing this, she decided to call the number to find out who's behind it, but she didn't get much info after calling. All she heard was a recorded message saying that the call cannot be completed as dialed. Later, she learns that the number comes from a Thai film that is similar to the plot of The Ring. Anyone who answers or calls this number dies afterwards. As of today, the woman on this blog hasn't posted any updates. Red numbers. On May 2nd, 2007, a very chilling email was circulating in Pakistan. In it, it warned people to not pick up calls from these numbers, stating that these numbers appear red on the phone screen when being called, and that picking up these numbers can transmit a high-frequency signal that can cause brain hemorrhage and death. After receiving this email, many people started freaking out, fearing that they'll receive a call from one of these numbers. The government of Pakistan eventually stepped in by sending a letter to stop the mass hysteria by stating that the email was just a hoax. This of course made sense since no one had evidence to prove that they or someone else had received a call from these numbers. Yet, while everything was settling down in Pakistan, warnings about the red numbers began to appear in Asia, the Middle East, all everything had evidence to prove that stating that the email was just a hoax, in by sending that they'll receive and death. After receiving this, government of received a call. It's best for a while. That said, this is Bizarre Bub.
This is why you should never call your own number. So this is a creepypasta that I heard that is definitely really creepy. They say that you should never answer your phone if it's your own number calling you, because once you do, the game begins and you can't get out of it. So if you ignore the call, you're totally fine. But some people are curious and need to know who's on the other end. Basically, if you answer it, whatever you say into the phone, your own voice will say back to you. So if you say, "Hi, who is this?" you'll hear, "Hi, who is this?" But what you don't know is that as long as you stay on the phone, your doppelganger is coming for you. It can track your location as long as you're speaking to it. So there are stories on the internet about people's doppelgangers arriving at their front door or peering through their bedroom windows. And basically your doppelganger wants to take over your life. This kind of reminds me of the movie Us. Anybody else? And no one will know you are gone when they replace you. So don't call your own number, don't answer it either. This is why you should never
Steven, what are you doing in there?
Drugs.
So many dreams swinging out of the blue. Let them come true. Forever young. I want to be forever young. So many.
See what happens. What happens when I use my burner phone number? Yes, I have a second number to call myself, or if I use my other burner number to call my other burner. No, I'm not gonna update. Critical update, I see. Okay. Of course I get an AI for ad for Poly AI, of course. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Can I just call myself? Ignore that I saved that on my phone. It's what I saved my other. I saved myself, not myself. My burner number to troll people. So yeah, I'm on a call with myself. Um. Oh, I hung up. Okay, now let's see what happens if I call the number. Oh, look at that. Both of them ended at the same time. That's weird. Okay, let's try using my third number to call my second number. Y'all name a cursed number code that I should get a number on it. I'm gonna try to troll some people with this number. Okay, let's call my other number. So we're calling my second number, and then we're gonna go in my number. Oh, there we go. Alright. Yeah. Oh, it just ended. Okay. I guess I can call people with this. I guess I should not. Well, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I'm gonna hungry. I'm gonna snack. Oh, double bubble. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I need to do something. I'm gonna turn my microphone off.